Hello and a warm welcome to everyone across the globe. We should be underway very shortly. The players will be with us any time now. And our live game is Deportivo against Atletico Madrid. What a bit of a surprise name in the lineup here, Jim. A player that neither you nor I know a whole lot about.
True, I must confess that I don't know much about him. We're about to learn a lot more though, and it'll be very interesting to see what qualities the manager has seen to give him this chance.
Here are the lineups we've just been given. The whistle. So this is round two between these two sides who have already met once this season. Who do you, Jim, see making the difference? Neymar! Oh, he did the hard part right, but fluffed the finish.
Well, there are a few pockets of space that are being exploited, and they need filling, and fast. Deportivo have really got the wind in their sails, and I'm not sure whether this team has an anchor.
Oh, well intercepted, really alert to the danger. David Luiz. Filippo Inzaghi floats one over. Shot at goal! Defence has got rid of that. So what now? He's got options in the box if he gets his head up. Denis Suarez has a hit! Atletico Madrid are unbeaten in 5 on the road. It's a good run. Drogba! Great effort, beautifully taken.
That's a great effort. There was very little backlift to indicate what was coming.
David Luiz. Paulinho. Well, the ball's come loose and the chase is on. Chance to break. Loose ball, who's going to get that? Torres. Gets flagged offside.
Oh, we're talking fractions.
Felipe Luis tries to get it forward quickly. Hits one! He's missed another one.
This is proving to be a very good spell. The intensity is great, but they've got to make it count.
Great strength, too strong for his opponent. Neymar. It's a loose ball, and a shot! A really close shave, and the last action of the first half. So neither team has broken through, but certainly not for the want of trying. It's been an interesting game up to now, but still goalless. And we are up to the break.
Deportivo ended that first half in such a strong fashion. I think we'll just have to wait and see now if they can rekindle that drive and that determination. It's been great commitment, and that has to be maintained in the second half.
After 45 minutes, it is still goalless. A change perhaps after half-time. Well, we're already into the second period.
Deportivo can feel really happy with themselves. The scoreline doesn't back it up, but they've played with urgency and purpose and can't afford to lose patience in this second half. They've got to persevere.
Denis Suarez. Azpilicueta. Atletico Madrid were impressive in their last outing and brilliantly orchestrated by the manager.
He's a manager who understands.
He's gone for it! Big moment! moment! Massive goal!
Well, what a time for the captain to step up and put his team in front again, but while it doesn't necessarily guarantee a win here, it's a wonderful early boost in this second half.
That really was a thing of beauty, curled in effortlessly.
Well, the ball flight may be unpredictable, but the predictable part was the technique. It screamed goal all the way.
There's some activity down on the touchline. It seems there's going to be a change. Deportivo take the lead. Looking to shoot! Good try. The outcome could so easily have been different.
That's a little unfortunate. He had a lot of people worried then.
Talk about singling someone out.
Yeah, and they've got to be careful, Peter, that they don't allow their attempt to snuff out the threat now to turn into indiscipline.
Vitolo. Iago Aspas. And it's Gomis. And Aspas! Oh my word, that is fantastic! Sumptuous finish, an absolute joy!
Unbelievable.
And there's the goal they've been looking for. That's wonderfully done. Crisp hit, true finish.
Well, most of those go high and wide because of their difficulty. He made it look like he does it every day.
Deportivo grab a couple of goals without reply. It's 2-0.
That second goal has such a polarising effect on prospective moods. I mean, one team are under more pressure now to get the next goal, and the other will fancy their chances of turning 2 into 3.
He's through, now is he in?
This defence is wary about opposition pace.
So they're just not getting too tight.
Yeah,
can he finish? They are rampant! And surely that settles it!
Deportivo are really pouncing on any stray passes in midfield. We're talking seconds from interception to the back of the net. It's counter-attacking heaven.
Atletico Madrid look as though they're about to make a change.
Well, you have to feel a little for the player being taken off here. I think he's been made the scapegoat after that, but I guess something had to be done. I suppose...
The final whistle. Deportivo were irresistible here. Dominant, utterly ruthless. Only ever one result. A comfortable win. So, Jim, how do you reflect on what we've seen? Hello and welcome to all of our viewers from around the world. We have quite a game in prospect here, just waiting for the players to emerge, and we will be underway. And our live game is Deportivo against Valencia. This is Peter Drury, and next to me looking to shoot! Daya. Mikel. Deportivo are so impressive on their own patch, unbeaten here all season. Mikel, first quarter of an hour gone. Azpilicueta, the other side yet able to force a breakthrough here. Mikel. Now the puck, the shot's on! There it is! And it's Deportivo who take the lead!
Are certainly a team that knows how to play their football as stylishly as you'll see. Tiki-taka at its very best, and they back it up with goals.
Deportivo get themselves into the lead.
Still a fragile lead though, they can't afford to sit on this.
Defenders on the back foot. Forward it goes. Passes it through. Face to face, shoots! Oh, terrific run to latch onto it, but the finish is all wrong.
Well, there are a few pockets of space that are being exploited, and they need filling, and fast.
Long and high towards the flank. And the shot!
Oh, it's die-hard defence, and the willingness to put his body on the line. Very impressive.
That'll be the last act of the first half. There we are, off they go for half-time. The breakthrough did indeed come in the first half, but there has only been that one goal. It is very, very tight.
Well, this team has found a real rhythm to their game. The players seem to have clicked well. There's good movement off the ball. The passes are sticking. No one's afraid to have a go.
Deportivo, we're in at half-time. Massive leap! Oh, taken with style! And this is getting better and better.
Yeah, looking back at that, that's how you play on the counter. Quick and decisive and ruthless with the finish. I thought it was a stunning, stunning breakaway.
Deportivo take a 2-goal lead, and things should be comfortable from here on in.
That second goal has such a polarising effect on prospective moods. I mean, one team are under more pressure now to get the next goal, and the other will fancy their chances of turning 2 into 3.
Looks like a good ball through. And shoots! Really well taken goal. What about that, Jim Beglin?
And that's what the game is all about. Find space and finish, but we have to credit the pasta to pick him out.
Here's a change that was in the offing. Last one allowed. Valencia get themselves back into contention.
I think they can sense a comeback here, and so can this crowd. It's all systems go now.
Goalkeeper's ball. The ball's come loose, and the chase is on. Going for goal! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
The keeper really dug out his defence then. A magnificent effort.
There is some activity. Up to meet it!
Deportivo are clearly looking to kill this game off. It's keeping the ball away from the other end too.
Vieto!
Valencia are definitely not going down without a scrap. Their attitude just can't be faulted.
Hits one! They've scored!
Well, you know, thinking about that, I think they've perfected that on the training ground, because it took them seconds to get the ball from back to front, and they really commit forward in numbers too. It was all very well drilled.
2 up and very little time left. Surely this is it. And it's Aspas. Shoots! Surely this time! The whistle has gone and it is all over. Deportivo claim victory here, and on balance they were worth it. So what do you take away from it all, Jim?
Deportivo were very impressive here, Peter. The backbone of this team is so strong, and it proved to be the decisive area.
That's it for tonight's match, so it just remains for me to... So hello and a warm welcome to all of you worldwide. We're just waiting for the central characters to make their appearance and then we will be underway. And our live game is Levante against Deportivo. This is Peter Drury and I'm happy to inform you that Jim Beglin has joined me to offer his expertise.
Hi Peter, always good to work with you. I'm really looking forward to this now.
And that gets things running. Well intercepted, really alert to the danger. King. Deportivo were imperious when the two sides last met, and the fans are asking for more of the same. The ball's loose, and he's after it. Deportivo are the most prolific team in the league this season. Forward it goes. Decent ball. Levante contested that thriller-minute draw last time. Pazzini. Deportivo still to register a shot on target. Aimed long and direct. He's left his man. Big chance. Must be. It's a very good battle there. Terrific to watch. Oh, good interception. Dinks one in. Goes for goal! He's done very well to get to that.
Well, as Tesco, Peter, the keeper has just received an A+ grade.
And they've got it back as soon as they gave it away. And it's Pazzini. Out to the left it goes. And the first half is done. So both sides have drawn blanks. They have toiled at times, but it's not been a bad game by any means. An intriguing half, lacking only in goals. The score 0-0. And we are already promptly back underway. A tight old game so far. Can that change now? Out to the flank. Up to meet it! Really well taken goal. The second half off to a spectacular start. What a great header, got plenty on that.
Well, as contact goes, that was tremendous, and it helped him to direct it exactly where he wanted into that net. I think when it comes to the aerial department, this fella is definitely no slouch.
And a shot! Paulinho, quarter of an hour into the second half. Boyan! Oh, great save, real class.
Well, what can I say? Truly wonderful goalkeeping.
Levante look as though they're about to make a change. And he just whacks it away. Tries to stroke it through. He's had a shot! Oh, wow! An absolute pile driver! About as smooth as it gets!
Unbelievable.
And there's the goal they've been looking for. He was really quick to react to the initial save, and he has his reward.
Well, listen, last line of defence and you don't get it right, then you're paying a visit to your net.
Deportivo get themselves a 2-goal cushion.
Well, that second goal has given them so much more command and confidence now, and
He's gone for it! Could move up a gear here. He's got away. Gets up to head it! They've done it! What a super header, dispatched beautifully.
Yeah, I just thought he wanted that more than anyone else on the pitch, and it was fully deserved. He gave it everything.
Going for goal! It's in! Really outwitted one-on-one. Once more, he gets the better of the keeper.
Yeah, he always had the measure of the keeper, and there was very little doubt as to how this was going to end up.
Hits one! They are rampant! And they are cruising away. And that's it. Deportivo, very much the dominant side, almost the only side. Every time they got on the ball, they looked like scoring. It is a landslide. Any reflections on what you've seen, Jim?
Deportivo simply made their superiority count. They found cruise control quite early and didn't need to go to turbo.
That's where we have to end it. From me, Peter Drury, and my co-commentator. Hello and a warm welcome to everyone across the globe. We should be on the way very shortly. The players will be with us any time now. The teams then, Deportivo against Villarreal. My name's Peter Drury and here's my co-commentator for the game, it's Jim Beglin.
Hello Peter, and hello to everyone watching. For me, it's a real thrill to be here.
The action has already started. Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
Well, I'd say the ability of Christian Eriksen makes him the standout player. He plays as a free spirit with licence to roam to his liking across the attacking third of the pitch. A craftsman and a very smart free kick taker too.
He would be the obvious. Gets up to head it! It's there!
And some of the best managers I played for insisted on starting games as you mean to go on. And we've just seen a very important opening goal from an extremely talented individual who looks primed for more. He really does look at it.
He was really quick to react to the initial save, and he has his reward.
Yeah, his instinct told him that the keeper would struggle to cope with that, so top marks for him following up. I think it's really sharp play, it was well read, and he
has a pop! Sticks it away! And with the match still in its infancy, they are easing away. That has brought the house down. What a wonderful hit.
Well, the technique generates the power in that situation, and once power is assured, any goalkeeper's up against it.
Deportivo take a 2-goal lead, and things should be comfortable from here on in.
That second goal has such a polarising effect on prospective moods. I mean, one team are under more pressure now to get the next goal, and the other will fancy their chances of turning 2 into 3.
Eriksen! That really should have hit the net.
Villarreal are showing good urgency, but they have to place more emphasis on service into the box.
Castillejo looks to clip it forward. Neymar. Out to the left it goes. Looks to thread it through. He's gone for it! Good clearance now. Can they make something of it? Can he put it away? They are rampant! And they are cruising away.
An exhibition in how to finish with a minimum of fuss.
Deportivo take a 3-goal lead and they are romping out of sight. Shot a goal! What a hit, the save was firm.
Well, Peter, he clearly felt he was being invited to shoot, and it wasn't the worst decision he could have made.
It so nearly came off for him.
Well, Peter, I think it's fairly obvious he's one of the biggest influences out there.
And the first half is done. As easy as 1, 2, 3. It really has been that straightforward. Halfway through the match, but very little to suggest that much will change over the second half.
This looks well and truly sewn up already, Peter, but please feel free to forget what I've just said if there's a spectacular turnaround.
Deportivo very much in control here, 3 up and cruising. And the second half gets underway. And the flag has stayed down. Keeper goes long, plays it out to the wing. He'll have a dip! Saved only by poor finishing.
Well, the control on receipt was far better than the control on dispatch.
Tries a through ball. There's no flag. Forward it goes. Filippo Inzaghi. Can he score? Oh, top draw save from the keeper.
Do I really need to tell you, Peter, that he has to do better, especially from there?
Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches. Heads it! Brilliant from Iago Aspas! And they are pulling still further away. A wonderful delivery, and all it needed was a touch.
Yeah, I just thought he wanted that more than anyone else on the pitch, and it was fully deserved. He gave it everything he had.
And when the manager called on him, he was only too happy to repay that faith.
That's how you make an impact as a sub. You know, when most are tiring, you can impose a freshness and energy to best effect. What an introduction.
Deportivo totally rampant here. So, the manager making the last of his changes.
I think you have to admire his willingness to keep plugging away, but the manager has done him a big favour, I think, by
It's Quagliarella! Oh, he really got hold of that.
Well, the defence are in a good position to get behind the ball and let them just try from range.
Villarreal keeping their men at arm's length here.
Yeah, I just think it's a conservative move to deny runners the opportunity of going beyond that rear guard.
Aspas tries. He's had a go! It's there! Well, just another one to add to what has already been an incredible haul.
Well, I think we've gone past humiliation now. This could be doing some real psychological damage.
Deportivo tear their opponents apart once again. They are utterly ruthless. He's left his man. Tries to stroke it through. Shots on. Villa has a swing at it. And that will be the final act. Deportivo felt they had to win at home, and win they did. It is they who take the initiative and head on to opposition territory on the front foot. How would you summarise what we've seen today then, Jim?
Deportivo certainly ran a perfect race from start to finish. Out of the blocks quickly, they got themselves in front and they just didn't look back. Se juega el capitán y el mismo blanco con matrícula
Hello and a warm welcome to everyone across the globe. We should be on the way very shortly. The players will be with us any time now. And here we have Villarreal against Deportivo. This is Peter Drury, and I'm happy to inform you that Jim Beglin has joined me to offer his expertise.
Hi everyone, and thanks Peter. It's great to be on board.
So it's down to business here. Deportivo arrive here having won their home leg. And they're in a position where a semi-final place is all but theirs. It would take some... Heads it! Oh, not the best of headers.
Well, the first attempt hasn't quite drawn first blood, but they've got a slight edge.
Poorly directed kick from the keeper, he's given it away. And it's Eriksson. Well read, he sorted that out. David Luiz. He's on his way. Great tackle, he had to get that right. Deportivo, so far providing no real test at all for the goalkeeper. Eriksson. Now he's wondering who wants it. Forward it goes. Tries to get it forward quickly. Well, the ball's come loose and the chase is on. And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside. Nicely controlled. Big chance! That is absolutely glorious! Oh, that is a gem!
Unbelievable.
And it's Deportivo who take the lead!
Perhaps deserves a little bit of sympathy here, because that's a goalkeeper's nightmare. It's clear that the keeper was unsighted by his defence, and by the time he picked up the flight of that, it was too late.
Deportivo take the lead, landing the first significant blow in what is certainly a significant contest. Played out to the wing, gets into some space. Tries a header! Oh, great save, real class.
Well, as Tesco, Peter, the keeper has just received an A+ grade.
We've reached half-time, so there you have it, a close-fought half of football, but one that still had its moments, and ultimately produced just one goal. A more than decent game up to now.
Well, you obviously have to give credit to the front men for the half-time lead, but I think the midfield can really pat themselves on the back too. They worked tirelessly for me.
Deportivo leading a cagey game here. It's had its moments, and it's 1-0 at the break. And we're already back underway here. Deportivo carry a one-goal lead into the second half. That's the sort of defending that is going to upset. Hits one! He's done very well to get to that.
The keeper really dug out his defence then. A magnificent effort. Unbelievable.
Two up and threatening to pull clear. Oh, a goal of real quality. He made it look ridiculously easy.
Well, most of those go high and wide because of their difficulty. He made it look like he does it every day.
His second of the game, and an eye now for the hat-trick. Final checks on the touchline. A change about to occur. Bacca. Azpilicueta. Deportivo still have one last substitution available. Aimed long and direct. Chance! Changes here from both sides, in fact. Oh, and he's got good distance. Who's chasing? And it's Escudero. Oh, and look who's there doing the defending. Some excellent tackling here, and that one a perfect example. It's Bacca! Size all around the ground. Horrible miss.
Well, they're definitely going about things the right way, Pete.
And the shot! Oh, it looked like 3-0 for sure.
He'll be fuming with himself for not converting. He could have killed it off.
Villarreal, their final change.
Well, Estamon
Up to meet it! He will be livid with himself.
Oh, now that was a chance. What a chance.
Plays it into the channel. He's made sure that that won't get through. Gomis looks to clip it forward. Clears it out of harm's way. The final whistle. Deportivo have got it done, through to the last four, and evidently now believing in it. Any reflections on what you've seen, Jim?
Have some very strong runners from midfield, and it's not often you'll see a team be so effective by advancing through the middle like that, but this was very impressive the way they cut through the heart of that defence.
Hello and welcome to all of our viewers from around the world. We have quite a game in prospect here, just waiting for the players to emerge, and we will be underway. And our live game is Deportivo against Real Betis. I'm Peter Drury, and this is Jim Beglin. A delight to have him on board.
Glad to be here, Peter, and I'm ready to rumble.
We have already started here. And it's Ruben Castro. Some are shouting for a corner, but the referee says goal kick. Deportivo have played a lot of games just lately. Shapes the shoot!
I like the little feint he came up with to produce the effort. Very, very tidy. Well, the first attempt hasn't quite drawn first blood, but they've got a slight edge.
Now here's the through ball. Looking to shoot! And he's found the net!
Look, there just wasn't much of a gap to begin with, and to find it, I think it was a fine drive, and I don't think the keeper could have really planned for that. I think he's a bit unlucky in that instance.
Big occasion, big goal, crucial lead.
Because of that first goal now, it's a great opportunity to make it one-way traffic and add to this lead.
So what now? Deportivo have been very strong at home this season, in fact still unbeaten here. Deportivo are very much in charge here, dominating possession and a goal to the good. Neymar tries to get it forward quickly. Can he finish? Ruben Castro coming up to half-time, leading, and things are looking pretty good. It's gone out for a throw-in. Aimed long and direct. That has put a stop to that. Who's ball? Who's going to get... Drogba! Good effort, and it is right on half-time. So the team's still separated by one goal, but it should be very different.
Well, this team has found a real rhythm to their game. The players seem to have clicked well. There's good movement off the ball. The passes are sticking. No one's afraid to have a go.
Deportivo come in, having established that lead. A game where the narrative is, at least in terms of the scoreline, so far so good. Already up and running for the second half. Deportivo carry a one-goal lead into the second half. Hurls himself at it! Great effort, he flew in with courage.
A good attempt. The ball was at a lovely height too.
Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches. Forward it goes.
Real Betis showing a little more urgency now, and to be honest, Peter, this is what's required.
This isn't the time to talk. Inzaghi! Oh, great save, real class.
Well, as Tesco, Peter, the keeper has just received an A+ grade.
Real Betis making another change here. Great leap! They've done it! 2 up now, and they are cruising. A wonderful delivery, and all it needed was a touch.
Well, as contact goes, that was tremendous, and it helped him to direct it exactly where he wanted into that net. I think when it comes to the aerial department, this fella is definitely no slouch.
When the manager called on him, he was only too happy to repay that faith.
Well, the instruction from the manager would have been, go on and make yourself a nuisance and see if you can snatch a goal. Mission accomplished.
Deportivo grab a couple of goals without reply. It's 2-0.
Well, at 1-0 this contest was still nicely poised, but now that it's gone to 2, mindsets are affected a lot more. Winning belief one way and that losing feeling the other.
Guardado. He's tried one. He's got away with one there.
Iago Aspas certainly made himself a big nuisance in applying the pressure to force the error.
Guardado. Well, the ball's come loose and the chase is on. Guardado with a beautifully timed run. Good challenge, he just stood firm. And it's Ruben Castro. Whistle's gone and they've got themselves a free kick.
Yeah, well, they were exposed and vulnerable, and he knew he had to do something to prevent a goal then.
He's gone for it! It's anyone's ball. Lennon tries a header! The whistle has gone and it is all over. Deportivo did it. Terrific team effort to satisfy both the boss and the fans. Well, after all of that, Jim, what are you thinking?
Deportivo will walk away happy from this with such a show of defensive solidity and maturity that's hard to upset.
So that's it for today. Thank you, Jim, and good afternoon all.
This is